Hello, this is Captain Kenny Kramer with Texas Fishing Tips. This is your weekly fishing report. Coming out of here out of Con Brown Harbor. We're running up here, coming back in here behind Hog. All this area back in here has been good for trout. Been using croaker, free lined. You can use a little split shot, kind of get away from the birds. If your croaker ain't diving down, getting away from them. It's been working pretty well. You can also come back here and jump behind islands 1, 2, 3, and 4 if you're looking for reds. Using cut mullet, free lined, or with a 1/2 ounce weight, depending on the wind, throwing it out there in potholes and what have you and such. You can also work the edge of this ICW all the way up here to Rockport. There's been some reds hanging off on it, and then coming back up and getting back up here by these mangroves, all back in here on the backside of trailer, working all the way down for reds. Like I say, cut mullet has been the ticket all the way down here to Corpus Christi Bayou. You can get out here on the outside with free line, let that wind blow on your back and cast up to the shoreline, anchoring about 4 foot of water, and just working this whole area all the way up for trout. Has been producing some nice trout still. You can also run over here to the point of mud. Been some trout back up in here as well. There's been a few bull sharks showing up. If you want to catch one of them, it's a little something a little different. You can get up here in mud, work this island back up in here, and been producing pretty good. You can also hit Quarantine Shoreline, work your way all the way towards the lighthouse, work this whole shoreline back up in here. Been good in trout. When you hit about getting close to that lighthouse, been picking up a few reds on this outside here as well. Like I say, cut mullet again. You might even try some pin perch. Not been using too much shrimp because of the hardheads and the perch have been so bad and eating you up, but that will produce with croaker for your trout and cut mullet for your redfish. If you have a kayak, you can come over here, get off on the side of this road, lighthouse trails, get up here in the lighthouse. There's been a lot of reds back up in that shallow water. We've been having some high tides in the mornings. I think after Sunday it starts dropping down a little bit and the tide starts getting a little lower and lower and lower, but all the way to Sunday the tide seems to be rising. You can also get over here if you have a kayak and come off over here into the Brown and Root Flats, all back in here. It's good kayak fishing all back in here. If you don't have a boat, if you have a boat, be very careful back in here. There's a lot of obstacles in there and a lot of skinny water. All back here around Ransom, all on this outside, and you can work back in here as well. Been producing some nice trout all the way around. Just keep on working. You hit a spot, it doesn't seem to produce. It doesn't mean they're not there. They might not just be hungry right there. Just bounce around and try it again. Give it 15-20 minutes. Throw that croaker out there and let him work. We'll produce some nice trout. You can also run back in here, get back in these flats, all back up in here. Good red fishing, pothole in it. Just throwing those potholes will produce redfish on cut mullet. Get over here in the Portland Ingleside area. You can work these shorelines all the way down for trout. We'll produce you some nice slot trout all the way down. We have been picking up some oversized. Just remember that's 15 to 23 trout limit. Try to not keep those over 20-inch trout out of the water too long, and be gentle with them so they can survive and live to be another day. But you can work your way all the way down here, hit this Portland shoreline, work these piers. If it's a pretty day, you can get out here in these wells and just bounce from well to well to well. It's kind of something different. You can break up what you normally do by coming out to these wells. Kind of gives you a new scenery, a new thing to do. But make sure you watch your wind because it does get a little bouncy out here. There's a ton of wells you can just hit and just make a day out of it and just go all the way down and all the way across. You'll find plenty. Until next week, thank you very much.